It is not just about the history that has been written already. It is about the history that we are writing right now. So this message is for all my Black queens and my Black kings, my Black brothers, my Black sisters, my melanin brothers and sisters. Get focused, because you're losing your way, focused on things that have nothing to do with us right now. There is a time and a place for everything. And right now, our time and our place is for us to be focused on what we need to be focused on as a melanin creature. Melanin gods, melanin goddess queens. Our kings need our wisdom. They need our discernment. And we can't do that distracted. We will never forget our history, because we are writing today based on what happened yesterday, based on what happened years ago. Many of our ancestors walked, crawled, scraped, blood, tears, bruised, broken, beaten their way through the trail of tears. Grannies like mine, indigenous to this land, are the reason why I am so focused on the shift that is happening this month in February for us. There is an elevation happening, a dimensional shift that is happening, and you will miss that if you're focused on all of these things happening in the sky and all of these things happening that are designed to have us so emotional, so distracted that we lose our way in our own consciousness. The way. We miss the warnings. We miss the wave. Let all those who have an ear to hear this word, because you know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddess. I pray a peaceful transition to those who are no longer in this light with us. And for those of us who are still here, we are still here on assignment. We're still here on a mission. We still have work to do now to make sure that our youth are awakened, are aware, are focused, and do not miss their calling, and do not miss the call. But we got to stop all this projecting and being in everybody's comments like, oh my gosh, I saw this person say this was going to happen and that was going to happen in this part of the world and this was going to happen in that part of the world. We have to stop. We have to pull back our melanated energy. We have to withdraw and unplug as best we can from this puzzle, this grid, this matrix, and plug into the source, plug into our relationship with God more. And that's why what we should be focused on for knowledge, for wisdom, should be things like this message. For knowledge, for wisdom, for direction. A lot of y'all out there can't focus right now because you're so focused on the things that are outside of you versus the things that are inside of you, the things that you need to be working on right now that are going to bring you closer to God so that you don't miss God's call for your life. Whatever it is that God has you doing. You could be in a place or in a position or in a space right now that God doesn't want you to be in, but you can't even hear God because of all the other noise going on. God will not adjust his time for ours, for yours. And you may feel like you're in a loop right now and you're seeing things be repeated. And that is because it is true. There are things repeating like Groundhog's Day. And the only way for you to not get caught up in that loop is for you to unplug. Reset your internal algorithm and focus on what the Most High is saying to you. Don't miss the door, the window of ascension and elevation that God has for you, because God is not going to give you too many opportunities to walk through that door, through that next dimension. Spiritually, there are places and spaces that we should be. And a lot of y'all are behind right now. Y'all behind. You want to fight somebody else's fight that's not our fight. Not right now and not this time. Not this time. We've got other stuff to do and to focus on. And that doesn't mean to go completely aloof. It means to be connected to God in such a way that you don't fear. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of what's going on inside of you and inside of the world that directly impacts you every day. Are you okay? Queen, why are you stepping off your throne? Are you okay? King, what are you doing? Get focused. Now is not the time for us to play. Right now, queens of the moon and the sun, it is time for us to take our rightful positions now. Nothing matters outside of what God has called us as goddesses, goddesses of wisdom, the wisdom gods and goddesses. Nothing matters outside of who God has called us to be right now. February is a pivotal month for melanin people. There is a window that we have to walk through. And that window is not going to be given to us for free. We have to align ourselves with God so that we are hearing exactly what God needs us to hear, so that we know when we walk through that window which way we're supposed to go. Now is the time for you to get focused and to drown out all this damn noise. And to remember what path God has you on. Is that your fight? Is that your plight? There are a lot of very sad things going on in this world. But God still has you here to spread joy, to spread love, wisdom, knowledge for those who God doesn't want to get left behind. Get back on your throne. Go back home. Home. Home.